right now at 6. Supply chain snags leave some folks waiting for new boosters.
The COVID vaccine distribution channels are a little jammed up, and I'm not sure why.
Plus,
the damage that these incidents do transcends party.
A local Democratic Party office vandalized yet again. Why they're worried it won't be the last time.
but first, a sudden and surprising announcement.
I will be stepping down as Chief of Police for the City of Portland.
Why the police chief is stepping down and who's stepping up as Portland's top cop.
Thanks for joining us. I'm David Molko.
And I'm Laurel Porter. We begin with that update from Police Chief Chuck Lavelle, who, after 3 years in the top job, revealed he's moving on.
Let's get right to Blair Best live outside Portland City Hall. Blair, Lavelle said he is not leaving the Bureau. So what's his new gig?
That's right. Chief Lavelle is not going far. He plans to stay within the police bureau and work in community engagement. He says this decision has been months in the making and that the past 3 years have been challenging for him. So he's looking forward to this transition.
And today I wanted to make an announcement. I will be stepping down as Chief of Police for the City of Portland.
This announcement from Portland Police Chief Chuck Lavelle comes at a pivotal time for the city, given the crisis on our streets and the impending changes inside City Hall.
And I think for me, with the mayor's decision not to seek re-election, it gives you a point in time where it's probably wise to reflect. I want to thank the mayor for having faith in me and appointing me to this role.
It's a role he stepped into just 3 years ago during some of the toughest times in Portland's history.
He inherited a global pandemic, unprecedented social unrest, the major charter reform to complete a overhaul of the city's form of government, amongst other issues.
For me, I just felt like it was time. And like you said, there are a lot of important things going on in this city right now. And I think when you start feeling that way, then it probably is time.
Mayor Ted Wheeler has appointed Bob Day as the interim chief. He's worked at the police bureau for 29 years in a variety of roles.
Bob Day is uniquely qualified to step into this role on day one.
He's stepping out of retirement to take this on.
Now, the obvious question that you're probably all asking, and the reason that my phone is blowing up in my pocket right now, is why in the world I would do this. My golf game is finally under 90. I have been traveling, but at my heart, I'm passionate for the city. I'm passionate for the police bureau.
He says his first focus will be working to reduce crime and improve public safety.
And I am hopeful for this city. I see the challenges. I am not naive, particularly in the area of public safety.
He plans to work alongside Chief Lavelle for the next 16 months before a new chief is hired, a job he says he doesn't want long term.
If I do my job well, we will be positioned that this will be a sought-after role.
Now, Lavelle's last day as chief is October 11th, and Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler tells us he will not be hiring a new full-time chief. Instead, he's going to leave that decision up to the new mayor. David, Laurel.
Blair Best outside City Hall tonight. Thank you, Blair. Let's get to your headlines now, starting with a Woodburn man charged with the murder of a Gresham woman found dead last month in a Salem hotel. Authorities say they found the body of 22-year-old Janet Ramos Hernandez on August 19th in a room at the Shiloh Inn on Market Street. On Tuesday, police arrested 22-year-old Raul Scott Martinez. Martinez was arraigned this afternoon.
The Oregon State Hospital has about 3 weeks to adopt new patient transport security recommendations. If they don't, they could be cut off from federal funding. This after a federal investigation found problems with how the hospital transports patients who require secure restraints. The new safety measures include barriers separating the front and back seats, secure sally ports for loading and unloading patients, and making drivers responsible for controlling keys at all times.
I'm Alma McCarty here in Northeast Portland, where Portland Fire and Rescue want the public to be on the lookout for a serial arsonist who they say started at least 11 fires between 3 and 7 this morning. Right here is the dumpster where they say the first fire started in the Kearns neighborhood. Now take a look. Fire investigators released this video of the suspect. They say he was seen at several locations starting up in Northeast Portland. Firefighters then believe he moved south from there, ending up in the Abernathy neighborhood. Here's a look mapping out all 11 fires so far, but they do believe there could be more. So investigators hope people who saw something or recorded something on a security camera will come forward. We will have the latest and a look at the other locations involved tonight on KGW News at 11.
And new at 6, Governor Tina Kotek is pulling more than $2.5 million in state funding to combat homelessness in Multnomah County and sending it elsewhere. The bulk is going to go to Clackamas, Marion, and Polk counties. The governor's office says that is because moving those funds will have a greater impact toward meeting statewide goals. Multnomah County's leaders are still working out how to spend tens of millions of dollars in local, state, and federal funds.
After a years-long project to install new protected bike lanes on a stretch of Broadway downtown, PBOT says it's open to returning the street back to how it was before. The project moved the bike lane all the way to the curb with street parking and through traffic to the left. But businesses along Broadway say it's been bad for business, and some drivers say it's confusing and dangerous. PBOT says it's also open to possibly keeping the bike lanes, but adding barriers to better protect them from car traffic. The agency's planning a series of public outreach efforts in the coming months to get your feedback.
And we've got a little good news for the firefighters in the Bull Run watershed. The raindrops on the camera lens right here hint at the fact that the Camp Creek fire is now 62% contained. That's up from about 50% in recent days. It's burned about 2,000 acres since it was sparked by lightning almost a month ago. Crews say there has been no significant growth over the past week. Portland's water remains safe to drink.
I'm Matt Safino. By the middle of next week, that fire may be out. In fact, wildfire season all across Oregon may be done by that time. This was today in the Dalles. You bet. There's rain on the lens there. Some strong showers and even thunderstorms rolled from north to south across eastern Oregon. When we look at the scene right now, you can see there's still some rain happening there up along the Cascade. So big change in our weather right now. 60 degrees over in the Dalles. However, we will warm it up and dry it out for the last 2 days of summer, that being tomorrow and on Friday. Eastern Oregon, though, also getting some decent rainfall. There have been thunderstorms, but those are winding down now that the sun is getting closer to the horizon. So again, some great weather for the next couple of days. And then we have to talk about something we haven't talked about really since last winter, an atmospheric river. Yes, one of those headed towards us as we go into late in the weekend and early next week. And the rain is likely going to be quite heavy with that one too. But not tomorrow or Friday. Sunny and warm to finish off summer as we go change seasons on Friday night. Mainly dry still Saturday, but then we'll get into that heavier rain Sunday night and into Monday, Tuesday, and beyond. We'll talk more about that in a bit, guys.
Yeah, enjoy it while it lasts. Thanks so much, Matt. Well, boarded up windows and pellet holes from an airsoft gun, just some of the damage left behind by the person or people who targeted Democratic Party headquarters in Clackamas County not once, but twice in the last 3 weeks.
Thomas Schultz is in the newsroom now. Thomas, you talked to staff in Oregon City. What are they telling you about this?
Laurel, they're worried this could keep happening. In late August, someone smashed a brick through one of the windows, and now a couple days ago, pellet holes left by an airsoft gun. And staff are convinced these are targeted attacks. Nothing was taken in either incident. In the Monday night shooting, the pellet hole placement doesn't look like a coincidence. A couple of shots mark Clackamas in county. Another looks to be aimed at a cutout poster of President Joe Biden in the windowsill. Local lawmakers say these attacks seem to be part of a recent national trend of people resorting to violence toward those with differing political views. Police are investigating the vandalism, and staff plan to add security cameras outside of the building. Though for now, many of them are fearful this will continue to happen, and local leaders say people are free to express their opinions, but that this is way over the line.
We are here to express our political views. We are here to engage in reasoned debate. What we are not here to do, though, is to enforce our views through violence. And that's what is happening here.
Now, staff say there's no significant leads yet on who is damaging the building, and for now, they're locking their doors while working out of fear that whoever did this will come back again, potentially during the day. David, Laurel.
Thank you, Thomas. You're watching